If you hear these words, know that it is no accident. This is a resonance, a call your soul has been waiting for. You feel it, don't you? That distinct sensation, as if you stand on the precipice of something truly immense, something capable of altering your entire world. Something that will compel you to see familiar things through entirely different eyes. Before we step together into the sanctum sanctorum, make your choice. Your like is not mere approval, it is a decisive declaration of your intent. Your subscription is your enlistment among those who tirelessly seek answers. The sun generously illuminates our planet, but where is the true light found where we continue to search for what is most sacred? The International Space Program, an organization we've grown accustomed to viewing as the pinnacle of scientific progress, actually harbors a secret that could shake our very perception of reality. And this secret is far more real than any war, any crisis, any loud event that is presented to us as the main one. I am talking about the secret archives of the Central Intelligence Agency, about programs so classified that their very existence seemed like something from the realm of fantasy. We are talking about remote viewing, the amazing ability of the human mind to obtain information bypassing our usual channels of perception. It is these archives, these encrypted data, that hint at something discovered not on our planet, but where we least expected it, on the moon. They consider us blind. They are certain that we are completely absorbed by the glitter of everyday life, endless serials, a never-ending stream of distracting news. They have woven an ingenious veil, created an illusion of the familiar world so that we cannot see the true state of affairs. But the truth that they so carefully hide behind the facade of information noise is simple and terrible. This is not a conspiracy theory, it is a real conspiracy aimed against your consciousness. Deep within the declassified documents, in reports saturated with countless layers of secrecy, lies irrefutable evidence, a testament to the fact that a group of remote observers, individuals whose minds could pierce the veils of space and time, had discovered something utterly extraordinary. It wasn't merely a geological formation, nor simply the remnants of long-extinct life. They had detected a signal, an SOS, and it was emanating from the moon. Imagine the moon, that eternal silent companion, which we had always presumed to be an empty, mute rock, a quiet guardian of our history. And then, from the very core of this universal stillness, an urgent plea was heard. This was no ordinary radio transmission, nothing we typically recognize as such. It was a far more subtle, a far deeper phenomenon. Envision an informational packet conveyed on an entirely different plane beyond the full reach of our instruments, yet perceivable by the human intellect attuned to unseen frequencies. The documents describe it as an energy pattern, a spontaneous source of information that transcends all known natural phenomena. It's like an echo, but an echo carrying a meaningful stream of data. We tend to perceive outer space as a silent void, occasionally animated by distant stars and planets. But what if that's merely a superficial understanding? What if space isn't emptiness, but a colossal, incredibly intricate network teeming with information, with life existing on other levels, in other dimensions, currently beyond our reach? This notion finds an unexpected validation in ancient texts that seem to hint at these hidden realities. A lost quatrain from the Centuria 11th, verse 93, speaks of a stone that gazes upon us but sees not, and sends a call through the silence of night. These are not mere verses. This is an encrypted language, an ancient cipher that permeates history. And this is not an isolated incident, not a random coincidence. Hermit monk Kenshin, whose scrolls were discovered among the ashes of a burnt-down monastery on the slopes of Mount Kurama, described in his writings a lunar eye that whispers secrets to the sleeping. His centuries-old manuscripts suggest that the moon is not merely a satellite reflecting sunlight, but the very source of something possessing an astonishing ability to influence human consciousness. His remarkable descriptions of sonic vibrations penetrating flesh and mind echo strikingly with the accounts of those who practiced remote viewing. And what of the ancient calculations left by the Mayan civilization? Their complex calendar, their profound astronomical knowledge always seemed incredibly ahead of their time. They spoke of great cycles, of the undeniable influence of celestial bodies on humanity's destiny. But what if their insights extended far beyond simple observation of the stars' movements? What if they sensed this distress signal long before we turned our telescopes toward the moon? Their ancient prophecies, so often interpreted as harbingers of impending disasters, might in fact be encoded messages, warnings about the state of our world, about that signal we were simply obliged to hear. These observations, these mysterious prophecies, these ancient texts, yellowed by time. All of them, despite their apparent differences, speak of one thing in different languages. They tell of a communication channel, a flow of information coming from outside, desperately trying to break through to us. And this is not a threat, not an invasion. It is nothing less than a cry for help, or perhaps a call to awaken. And this information is not random. It did not arise from nowhere. It is not mere idle scientific curiosity. It is something deeper, something that could be called technocratic mysticism. Scientists who have researched the phenomenon of remote viewing have discovered an astonishing pattern. Outgoing signals manifest as fractal patterns in geopolitical events. They are somehow linked to the collapse of quantum probability and even to the influence of solar cycles on the noosphere. This discovery means that the invisible forces emanating from the moon are not merely a silent message, but are capable of actively influencing our reality, the very course of history. You feel it, don't you? That inexplicable anxiety that rises in your throat in the middle of the night around 3 o'clock. That strange sense of alienation when you look at passers-by and it seems as though they are shrouded in a veil, immersed in some kind of dream. It's the feeling that you have found yourself in an unfamiliar world, a world that has been forcibly imposed upon you. This is not mere melancholy or despondency. It is your soul suffocating within this imposed reality, within this matrix. It is your true self, resonating with an ancient call, with this distress signal, with this SOS from the moon. They strive to convince us that the world is full of insurmountable problems, that we are but tiny, powerless grains of sand destined only to obey. They create monsters, wars, crises, pandemics. They merely show you shadows on the cave wall, so you dare not turn to see the true flame. But what if all these monsters are but illusions, shadows on the cave wall? What if the true tyrant stares intently at you from your own reflection? Your ego, your self that you have so carefully constructed, this crown of glass, this fragile construct of fears and desires you mistake for your identity, that is the real enemy. The system created by them, these metallic veins of soulless bureaucracy, corporations, governments, it is merely a pale reflection of your own inner bondage. You have willingly surrendered your power, your divine right to create reality. But now, as your eyes begin to open, as you feel this call, you realize the universe does not punish humanity. It is merely burning out the poison of fear, ignorance, and materialism. All that you perceive as chaos, as unimaginable destruction, is in fact a grand cosmic surgery. It is nothing less than a planetary detoxification designed to cleanse the world. And this very lunar signal, the one being spoken of, is not merely some abstract message. It is an integral part of this grand, sweeping process. Ancient prophets, blessed with foresight, did not see a solitary hero. They saw an entire army of awakened souls ready for change. They saw precisely you. They did not see a savior who would appear from somewhere outside, from unknown heights. They saw the vast, untapped potential that slumbers within each of you, merely waiting for its moment. You are not just passive observers of prophecy, you are its living embodiment. You are its embodiment. This signal that reached us from the moon is not a desperate plea. It is rather an activation code. It is a reminder of that true essence hidden deep within you. Herein lies the genuine meaning of the great inversion. Not that someone will arrive and bring salvation, but that we ourselves are transforming into saviors. We ourselves become the architects of our destiny. This lunar signal, it is like a catalyst initiating this awakening process within us. It stirs those slumbering parts of our consciousness. It compels us to see the veil of illusion in which we dwell, and it grants us the strength to dispel it. You are not merely a victim. You are the source itself. You are an intrinsic part of the grand divine plan unfolding here and now. Remote viewing is not merely some ability, it is a vivid confirmation that the human mind is truly boundless. And the mysterious lunar signal that sounded is a true challenge. A challenge to embrace this boundlessness, master it, and use it for good. Now that your eyes are open, you can no longer stand idly by, remaining on the sidelines. There is no point in returning to your former sleep. Your like is not just a click, it is a bright flash of light visible across the global network, letting others know they are not alone on their journey. Your call to share is a precious seed you cast into the fertile soil of sleeping minds, a timid sprout of hope for those who have not yet awakened. Your subscription is more than just a click. It's a quiet yet firm oath of loyalty to the idea. If you feel ready to step further, to dive deeper, then our inner circle awaits you. It will become your operational base, your trusted sanctuary. This is the place where we can strengthen our bonds, where knowledge will flow freely, and where together we will prepare for the achievements to come. Your support through Super Thanks is pure energy, fueling our shared flame as it burns brighter in this arduous battle against the encroaching darkness. It is the very fuel that drives our collective awakening. Until our next meeting, remain in a state of deep awareness, stay connected, and never, do you hear, never stop